Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to start this video off from down here because by request, I'm sorry, gotta adjust the light. Can you see me? Can you see me? Alright, this is kind of fun. I might do more videos from the floor. But by request, we have Kaladin. He loves to just hang out off screen. No, belly rubs. Come on, come say hi. Up here. He's so lazy. Come here. Come here. I got your fishy that you have completely myrtleized. Holy crap. Yeah. There you go. You like the fish toy? We gotta get you some more Benny Bones, don't we? Yeah. I have the painting somewhere. Maybe I'll post it and just kind of share the image. But I mentioned in my, Meet Kaladin video that he basically looks just like the dog that Hoy described to Kaladin. So it's really, really cool. He's an ear licker. I don't know if most bully breeds like ears, but this boy loves ears. Look, say hi. Say hi. Can you see yourself? Ah, don't eat the mic. Don't eat the mic. Say hi. Yeah, now he's getting energy. He wants to climb all over me. I think he thinks he's a lap dog. He's like 70 pounds. He thinks he's like a lap dog. He's so fun, though. I let him be a lap dog on occasion. Get to hang out. Alright, this video really is about Zellion, so this is just a fun little intro. Let me know in the comments down below if you all want to see more Kaladin intros. We can have him open up the videos. So he's trying to eat the light. Look at him. We can have him be the kind of our crypt keeper. He could be the host of the series or something. Alright, so definitely check out this video. Make sure you watch the rest of it and enjoy the talk about Zellion. Let me know in the comments down below. How do you feel about Zellion? What is your guy? Alright, talk to y'all next time. So, Zellion. Okay, so Zellion, the first time we really heard the name was back in October of 2022. So almost a full year ago, around mid-August, August 15th, somewhere in there, right? So at that time, Brandon had revealed, Brandon revealed a new character that was going to be included in the miniature sets for the Kickstarter. That's one of the options on the tiers. And it's a brand new character no one's ever seen. We get just an image of this character in full shard plate with a long shard blade, and their name is Zellion. And it's a type of plate that we've never seen before, and they're all black, and there's like red cracks and stuff in it, and it's just very interesting visually. We've never seen anything like this before, and we have no context or anything for who this character is. So naturally, everyone speculated that it would have to have something to do with Stormlight 4, because Stormlight 4 is the most recent book that we got. And in that story, we have a character named Zellion who has spiky carapace. He's just very, actually, if I'm not mistaken, does Zellion have that, or is it L? No, because L doesn't like have carapace. I could be wrong, but we got a new character in the most recent Stormlight Archive book who has carapace that like has, is that Zellion that has metal carapace, or L that has the metal carapace, and then Zellion the Pursuer had the spiky carapace. I can't remember, one or the other. I can't remember which character is which, but we basically got a new character that fits the description, at least in their carapace form. So when we saw the design of Zellion with the spikes and the long horns and stuff on the helmet, the natural assumption was maybe this character had shard plate. And so, like, 'cause, there could be all kinds of stuff that we just don't know. So everyone was kind of leaning in that direction, including myself. I was thinking it has to have been the character we just met. It's the only one that makes sense. And if it's not Zellion, then it's probably L, the one that we meet at the very end of Rhythm of War, who was punished by having his rhythms removed and stuff. So maybe other things happened, and like we don't know the reason why he was punished or like how any of that came about. So it's really interesting to speculate that maybe he was like some sort of listener shard bearer that had like all of this stuff before or something. So everyone's been speculating. And in most areas of the fandom, from the Facebook groups to Reddit to the 17th Shard, everyone was making guesses and trying to speculate as to who it is. One of my favorite theories about who Zellion really was the idea of it being Dalinar. Like, if they lose the challenge, then Dalinar becomes Odium's fused and, you know, carries out his will throughout the Cosmere, at least previous Odium. But the assumption is that that is still, you know, tied to that deal. So maybe when they lose, if they lost, then Dalinar becomes the fused and the Dark Warrior, and he gets new shard plate and armor and stuff, and he becomes Zellion. You know, that becomes his fused name or whatever, and he becomes his world hopping, you know, tyrant or terrorist, really, like, just, you know, whatever the plan is for him. So that was kind of where I was leaning. I assumed it would be something like that because I think it would be a really interesting subversion of expectation for Brandon to have our characters lose the challenge, and then we have to deal with the way all this stuff spills out into the Cosmere, which is a really good way to just connect and kind of push the writing and all the stories more out into the Cosmere and kind of, you know, off-world, essentially. So I was very much leaning into that theory, and I was really liking it. But I have to say the biggest, most popular theory, of course, was that he was a character from Rhythm of War. So I thought maybe I'm wrong and maybe it's that. But it turns out everyone was wrong, because we finally got the 4th Secret Project book, The Sunlit Man, and we come to find out that Zellion is actually in this story. And even when the name is dropped in this story, it completely blew my mind. I didn't see it coming at all. Because honestly, I was still kind of reeling from some of the other reveals. And here's another spoiler warning, just in case it wasn't clear. Spoiler for Secret Project number 4, total spoilers. But when we kind of got information that Nomad was actually Sigil, I was still reeling from that. So I'm like, what happened? What's going on? How did he get from where he was to where he is now? What is this mention of having bonded a high sprint? How did that happen? What happened to your bond with the honor sprint? What is this Dawn Shard stuff? So I was reeling from all of that. So when we get deeper into the story and Nomad / Sigil / Zellion gets fully adopted into the people of Canticall, he gets adopted into like their clan of people and stuff, and even to the point of being fully spiritually bonded to the planet, or kind of like connection shenanigans or whatever. Like, he's fully connected to the planet. So they give him a new name, and that name is Zellion. And it's interesting because they are aware that Zellion is a Yolish name. Hey, well, you want to get your toy? Over here, this way. Cow. This way. Over here. You about to knock stuff down. Move, 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 move. Back, back, back. See? Come back around this way. Over here. Now you can go grab it. So, his adopted Canticall name is Zellion. That is like his new name on the planet. He even now has their innate ability to transfer heat from a person to person. So, that becomes that name. And I think it's really, really fascinating because they mention that it is a Yolish name, and that, you know, they are quite aware of Yolan. They're aware of Adonalsium and stuff because they are Threnodites who separated and left Threnody at some point. I kind of assumed it would have been pre-shattering because they knew Adonalsium, but it's then revealed at the end of the story that they know about the shattering. They know that Adonalsium was killed, but they just kind of think it's all a part of Adonalsium's plan, which I think is fascinating because I've definitely heard that idea in the fandom multiple times. People are thinking that, yeah, this whole thing is just a part of Adonalsium's plan, and eventually they'll completely reconstitute. Because the spiritual form of Adonalsium has to still be in the spiritual realm, if not the spiritual realm itself. So that's kind of interesting. That's a fun little thing to speculate about. So someone on the 17th Shard by L. Griffin, I believe I'm saying that right, they made mention of the fact that they ran across a video where Brandon was talking about an old short story that was never published that he wrote, where it was essentially about an immortal warrior that had like technological upgrades and stuff, and that character's name was Zellion. And it's kind of interesting, or at least not really interesting. It kind of makes sense that someone would have found that and stumbled across it, because Brandon also makes mention in the postscript of Secret Project number 4 that Zellion is a character name that he's enjoyed and like had a, I guess, special kind of connection with for a long time. It's one of the names he uses as like usernames and stuff like that. So he's given that name to multiple other characters. but he said he wanted to essentially create a wanderer type character who basically gets into the exact situation Sigil does, and that character would be Zellion. So it kind of feels like he took an existing character he already created and modified them so that he could play with this idea that's been in his head. But I still appreciate it because it makes one of our main characters that much more fascinating. So I'm really interested to see more about Zellion's timeline, about how he got to where he is now and where he's going to go later, and what are all these implications that it means about all this stuff. I don't know, I'm just really into it. So let me know in the comments down below, how do you feel about the Zellion reveal? Is it satisfying? Did it kind of blow your mind? Is it like, holy crap, really? Like, is it just like beautifully simple the way I kind of feel like it is? Let me know about all that in the comments down below. And as always, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to y'all next time. Peace.